New Orleans Mayor Ray Nagin. Mayor Nagin, you're talking about stimulus monies here with the U.S. Conference of Mayors at the White House. What's happening with the stimulus monies for you?
Well, the stimulus monies are basically flowing very slowly because they're going through the states and they're not hitting the cities. I'm hearing that from my colleagues around the country. But when it does get to us, we have shovel-ready projects and we're putting them in the ground.
Well, talk to me. You said some of the major issues still: tremendous health care, fighting with FEMA over repairing infrastructure, and affordable housing. I mean, how long is it going to take the city realistically to come back? I mean, we've been years already.
Yeah, we're going to celebrate, and not celebrate, we're going to observe our 50th year anniversary this August. And if you go and study major disasters around the world like Kobe, Japan, even 9/11 right here in the United States and New York, it takes about 10 to 15 years to fully recover from one of these. We're in year 5. We've got about 80% of our population back, and the city keeps growing every day. But we still have a long road ahead of us.
What do you say to those people who are donating more? It's more donations that have gone to Haiti than to relief for Katrina and other storms.
I applaud them. I mean, my heart goes out to the Haitian people. I mean, that situation is probably even more horrific than New Orleans. But if you study it, you can see the same trends are happening. Right after the disaster, people were obviously disoriented, injured. Then the looting started for survival. Then the opportunists took over, and now all the resources that are coming to that country are bogged down because they don't have the infrastructure necessary to distribute them to the people. A lot of the same things are happening, which tells me that the world and America did not necessarily learn enough from the Katrina experience.
And that was a strong statement that you made, saying that we're not ready. This country is not ready again.
Yeah,
I'm very, oh Lord, I got all you guys now. Yeah. I am very concerned as I watch Haiti and as I look at where we are with the Stafford Act. We have not changed much as it relates to the Stafford Act reforms that needed to be done after Katrina. And if another disaster happens, I'm just concerned we're going to see a lot of the same action.
So what are you telling Homeland Security? What are you telling the president about that?
Well, we're talking to them about a lot of this. And as a matter of fact, I've been heading up a task force with the U.S. Conference of Mayors. We're going to publish a paper, hopefully after today, that is going to talk about very specific changes that are needed in the Stafford Act, specifically to have a catastrophic designation that automatically triggers the things that are needed.
Mayor, what do you think the Obama administration needs to do more? Because you said you didn't think that the country was prepared, the administration was prepared to deal with another possible natural disaster.
Well, I think the Obama administration has done a really good job of coming in after the fact and dealing with getting FEMA to do better, dealing with some other things that we were struggling with in the previous Bush administration. What I'm talking about is the need to get ready for right after a disaster happens. And the need to make sure that host cities will be taken care of as well as the affected city from the standpoint of the laws in place. For example, Stafford Act today still limits the amount of community disaster loans to $5 million maximum. Anything else you have to go get congressional action on, which I had to do twice. I had to get it raised to 25% and then 50% of my annual revenues. Another catastrophe, another city could be in the same position I was in 5 years ago.
Is there anything you see in the Obama administration's response that you think perhaps should be lackluster or needs to be improved?
I think they responded very quickly. I think that they got there, and I think they got in with the Haitian government, if you're talking about Haiti, right? Very well. What I'm not hearing, I'm not on the ground. I don't know who's in charge and how they're coordinating all the supplies and efforts that are coming into the city or into that country. So I really couldn't tell you what they could have done better. All right?
Thank you, Mayor Nagin.
All right, thank you.
Go get your coat now.